So I don't know if this is a particularly um, special thing, but I think one thing that's really interesting about the path is that it often is like reflecting whatever she's speaking about currently. I could see it in my own life, and this is actually happening in my family right now. There's someone that's kind of like losing it a little bit, and it's a very serious drama. And to hear Guruji speak about it and to speak with such clarity about the the pain that another person is inflicting upon others and they don't see it, within themselves, it's very acute. And it's very difficult too when it's someone you love, very much less a stranger. And um, Guruji, says that integrity is one of the foundations of the path, and it's intrinsically linked to truth. And this woman that's talking about Guruji and this personal family member that I have, they are so wrapped up in their own pain, their own suffering, and they're just flailing. And they're, it's painful to see someone be in so much pain like that. And I don't know the struggles of this other woman, but it's very evident to me that Guruji is constantly speaking the truth and constantly speaking of the truth around me in my own life. And I don't know if that is unique, but it is, yeah, it's very, it's an element of grace, I would say. And I really, really appreciate that. And her own personal dedication to integrity is something I think that we all look up to in her. And whatever this woman is saying and whatever she's going through and whatever is going on also in my own family with my own loved one that is dealing with this, I wish that they could just take a minute to look at themselves and what they're putting out in the world instead of being so focused on what they think is happening to them. And but I guess that is one of the benefits of the path, is that stilling that can give you some perspective about your own pain that you're putting yourself through. I guess that's it.
Namaste. I love the chance to share about my experience with Guru Swamiji, just because she's just been such an amazing teacher with so much compassion and just ongoing giving and giving without asking for anything in return. I've been a student. My name's Sachi. I've been a student of Guruji for over 15 years. And I knew from the very beginning of meeting her and seeing her intense blue, deep eyes, I knew that she was an enlightened being. I just know deep in my heart. I don't know many things, probably nothing for sure, but I do know that much for sure. There's no doubt there. And she has guided me, mentored me, been just giving of her own personal time and leading me in so many ways. I can't even really speak and summarize it all because it's beyond my comprehension, and it's all grace, because I don't feel like I deserve it for any particular reason. Just very, very blessed that I have found her in my life, but also that she has allowed me to be her student for so many years. Through all my stuff that I go through, she still accepts and supports me unconditionally and isn't afraid to give me the hard truth when I need it. There's never been any abuse, which it makes me just laugh to think anybody would even suggest or accuse her of that. It's so beyond the opposite. And I know I've grown in so many ways in my spirituality, beyond what I even knew I needed to have. It wasn't until she helps reveal it through her practices and her guidance that I was like, well, this is a lot better way to live than what I was living before. And a lot of being wrapped up in my mind, emotions, and toxic relationships and problems. And now there's so much more clarity, so much more peace. And for me, it's just a very special, unique path, not offered anywhere else that I know of. Just getting the direct truth, clarity, no BS, no sugarcoating, the difficulties of the spiritual path, which I think very few people talk about. But also she's just such a graceful, amazing person with her talents and joy, her jokes, her laughter. She's so human and she's so grounded too. And I think having all those elements in a guru is so beyond it. And she's never asked anything of me, never asked for money to pay for services, just donations, and really she never really wants to ask that. And I always I want us as the students to really support her more, and anybody who listens and follows to her wisdom and guidance. But just happy to have this chance to share that part, and I'd always welcome anybody contacting me if they have any questions. So thank you.
Namaste. My name is Ravi. I have been a student of Guru Swamiji for 10 years now. And this path and Guruji has been the best thing that has happened to me. It's an opportunity of lifetimes to be in connection with the true Sadguru. And I don't know what I did to deserve it, but I cannot express the gratitude. It's hard to put in words what this path and what Guruji means. One has to really experience it to understand, to know truly within their heart. Just to share a little bit about myself. I am a father, I have a family, my wife, and I have a 9-year-old daughter. Guruji, they had the fortune to meet Guruji. Even my daughter, when she was around 1 year old, I guess. I'm in a full family life. And I work, everyone knows, all of my family knows I am a student of Guruji. I have been born a Hindu. I, of course, have followed all the Hindu traditions. I continue to follow all the Hindu traditions. Nothing, Guruji has never, in fact, my devotion has only increased. There are several miraculous things that happen on the path. I have felt these gods that I have always prayed to before. I have felt them within me. I have felt them. They are all inherent in the path. I eat meat. I've always eaten meat since my childhood. And I continue to do that. During these 10 years, I've come to know Guruji. I've been searching without my knowing for some years. I was reading several Hindu books, purely out of interest. And then I came across a video of Ramana Maharshi, and instantly I knew that was it. That was what I was seeking all along. There was no doubt at that point. And then somehow that video led to Guruji's video. And it was instantly like, oh my God, this is what we are looking for. This is what everyone is looking for, whether they know it or not. This is it. And I have been a student of Guruji since then. And the words, the teachings have not changed one bit, because it's just the truth that's within you, and it cannot change ever. And you can go through the archives. One can go through the video archives and dig through them however much they want. There won't be one thing inconsistent at any point. It's just impossible. The path has brought clarity. There are experiences that you go through that I wish everyone would experience. And then you will know without any doubt the truth, that it is there and it is possible to get there. Of course, for us, like I'm a student. I'm still caught up in the mind. I am on the path, working on the path. But thanks to Guruji, I know there is the truth that is possible. And I wish for everyone to know this truth. Thank you.
Namaste. My name is Ronald. I met Guruji a long time ago. I was in TM since I started in 1978. And somehow searching online, I bumped into Guruji. It's been really fortunate. And Guruji talks about the students coming in her presence and then the mind stilling. And she said, you can ask the students and that's true. Or the mind moves in that direction. It's very unique. So it's been very fortunate. I had some good results with TM, but at the same time, there was a lot of confusion, and that's where it's at. Guruji had said, what good is a guru if the students remain in confusion? So things are at least the pointers for where you're headed to and how to proceed with your life. The confusion is cleaned up in this path, and it's much more much better. Okay. And anyway, so everything that the other students said to this point, I go right along with that. I appreciate that. And at present, with this very dignified path, Guruji talks about honesty, integrity, transparency, sacredness, and simplicity. And she stands for helping humanity. That's what she's been doing. And now I want to address this woman, Teresa is her name, who's been on the attack. She claims she's being attacked. And that is a point that I want to, unfortunately, venture into at the moment, because it is unbelievable. she's making these videos day after day. I just want to be left alone. I'm so attacked. So I just want to focus in on one point because she brought my name into this, and because she's going to be watching this video. So she is making the accusation, which is an absolute 100% fabricated, slanderous lie, that I have been having that I'm having sex with Guruji for the last 20 years. Okay. So this is an outright attack, slanderous lie against my reputation, against Guruji's reputation. Okay. Who is attacking who? Okay. She outright is lying and making this accusation against me. It's 100% false. And I'm talking to you, Teresa, as you watch this video. Okay. How is it that you're being attacked? That's your whole identity for all these attacks that you're making against Guruji. She's attacking me for 7 years. How is it that you're being attacked when you come out? And I'm just only giving one example, and I'm focusing on that one example, that you absolutely made up this lie, and you come out and this is what you're accusing me of this. So how is it that you're the one being attacked? You know, who has been or am I attacking you right now just by pointing out to you that this is what you're doing, that you're putting out this slanderous lie, which is hurtful for people that are going to watch this and fall into confusion. So I just wanted to bring that up right now. I first addressed how it's been very fortunate to be on this path, and I deeply appreciate Guruji, and I deeply do not appreciate Teresa, that you are putting out these videos every day. Oh, poor me, I'm so attacked. You're the one doing the attacking, and that's all I want to say. Namaste, and to Teresa, good luck. Okay.
I guess that means it's my turn here.
Yeah.
Everything else that everybody else has said, I agree with wholeheartedly. My name is John. Namaste. I started on the path maybe 13 years ago. It was 2008. The idea that Guruji is running some kind of a cult or whatever, there's only 10 of us and we're scattered across the planet. I can't think of a single path that is composed of a small group of people who come from all over the world. I can't think of a single one. And there's a reason for that, because Guruji is a real Sat Guru, and the Guru-Chela relationship is a personal one, okay? And this is a tantric path, which means that you are getting wisdom directly transmitted from the master, okay? That's how it works. I want you to point to one other path that's like that you can find out there. I could never find one. Anyway, that's aside from the point. When I first started on this path, it's interesting that you would call her a cultist and an abuser and all that. My family was worried that I was joining a cult. I told my dad, I told my mom, hey, I found this guru, I'm starting to do these practices and all that. They were a bit concerned. It's been 13 years later. There is no concern whatsoever of any kind, in any way, shape, or form that I belong to a cult. I am married like Ravi, I'm a householder. I have a daughter who's almost 2 years old. Okay, my wife is Greek Orthodox. She's not really on the path, but she has a lot of respect for Guruji. She's had dreams with Guruji. She's had transmission from Guruji. The first time she ever saw Guruji's picture, she felt a wave of energy pass through her body. She's had dreams with Guruji in them, okay? And that's fine. That's just the way it is, okay? There is no micromanaging our lives. There is no financial abuse. There is no emotional abuse. All of this stuff that you are throwing at her. And I have to say, I've only maybe seen your video once in my life or whatever. I don't really keep tabs on what you're doing, because I watched one of your videos, Teresa, and honestly, after about, I think it was probably 5 or 6 years ago, after about a minute, I was too nauseous to continue watching it. And I was just like, I really hope that this person finds peace and goes on their way, because it's just really not doing anyone any good. I know the truth. You have not turned a single student away from this path. You never will, okay? Because, whatever you got going on inside of you, you're blasting it out at Guruji, and you're just blasting it at light as far as I'm concerned. And all you're going to see is a reflection of your own darkness when you do that, because all that crap that you're spewing is just going to get put, when it doesn't find anywhere to hit, it's not hitting anything when you do that. It's getting reflected right back at you. Okay, you're just seeing a mirror image of your own egoic drama that's going on, and it's just feeding into a big loop and a big whirlwind, and it's ugly. It's terrible to look at. And I hope that you are able to step away from that and find peace in yourself and truly be happy. We all wish you the best. It's like I'm not paying attention to you. I'm not attacking you. I don't think any of us are involved in any kind of contact with you in attacking you. And so, it's not doing you any good. I've never seen Guruji do anything unethical, ever. All right. And the cool thing about this path is that Guruji is totally transparent. She's not going to lie to you about what realization is and what realization is not. When she was in excruciating pain because she had that trigeminal that shingles that was going on in her thing, the pain was excruciating. Did she hide that from us? Did she sugarcoat anything and say, don't worry, when you get realization, none of this is ever going to happen to you. You're going to be blissful all the time and whatnot? No, she didn't hide anything. She didn't sugarcoat anything. She doesn't sell a lie. That's because Guruji is the opposite of the lie. She represents the truth, always has. And as Ravi said, you can look at her videos from 10 years ago or longer. It's always the same message. It's always the same message. Nothing has changed. The truth does not change. The truth is one, not many. It doesn't change. So these are just my observations. I really hope that you find peace. You're not doing one iota of harm to Guruji. You're not doing one iota of harm to the path, as far as I can see. And I think that the only person you're harming is yourself. And I really hope that you just stop doing that and you go off and find some productive hobbies or something that bring you enjoyment. I wish you a life of peace. That's really all I can say.
Okay. So namaste, everyone. Thank you for your comments. Have a good night.